three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Grand Star Sports Network. And welcome, everyone. We are at Judy Nichols Memorial Field here on the campus of Robbinsville High School for this afternoon's matchup between the Lady Knights and the Cherokee Lady Braves. It's Smoky Mountain Conference action time here in Robbinsville. Kevin Hensley with you here on the Grand Star Sports Network for what promises to be another fun afternoon here on this toasty Thursday afternoon in Robbinsville. And we're glad you're with us here on the Grand Star Sports Network. We seem to be having some audio problems with our field mic. We apologize for that. We'll power through and get things rolling as quickly as we can. Leading off, we're already set to go. How about that? Top of the first has crept upon us. Here in Graham County, leading off is going to be catcher Jenna Cruz for the Lady Braves. She'll be followed by pitcher Peyton Barker batting second. In the three-hole today is shortstop Aaliyah Reed. Cleanup spot is Micah Tiger Harlan's slotting the lineup, and the first pitch from Naomi Taylor to Miss Cruz is going to be a ball in the dirt, stopped by Sophie Roberts. 1-0 count. Tiger Harlan at first today. Batting fifth is Amelia Lassie. In the sixth hole today is left fielder Livy Crow. Batting seventh, center fielder Kieran Wolf. As you see, the first out already posted. Batting eighth is going to be catcher Kyla Moore, and batting in the ninth hole today is the flex. That is Boy Crow, and the DP is A Wee Walking Stick. Here's Miss Barker, starting pitcher today for the Lady Braves. And the first pitch to Barker is going to miss away. Robbinsville rolling through the conference schedule this year. This is a makeup game from way back in March as they try to shore up their 12-game slate in the division. A bloop single with one out by Peyton Barker has the Lady Braves in business here in the top of the first. Thank you once again, fans, for joining us here from Judy Nichols Memorial Field. And here is Aaliyah Reed, the shortstop. Home plate umpire Dan Moulton getting his paperwork sorted out. I think we're set to go now. Now Miss Reed will step in. Crowd still filing in here this afternoon in Robbinsville. And that was in the dirt. Good stop. I believe they've called out Miss Walking Stick to courtesy run over at first base for Peyton Barker. And that one swatted away foul by Aaliyah Reed. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Naomi Taylor has been the linchpin of this Robbinsville rotation this year. But hot on her heels now, Memory Frapp has found her way back into form after playing basketball season. Took a little bit to get there, but she's there now, needless to say. Sophie Roberts is not going to have none of those shenanigans over at first. Walking stick better just go back to the bag. Roberts has played too much softball and is too good behind the plate to put up with someone trying to fake her out on the base path. Now crowd mic's working. There we go. Sorry about the delay there, fans. Had a technical issue. As that ball is fouled out of play. Roberts loses it. And here's Aaliyah Reed stepping back in. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Popped up to Waddy. 4-6 and a high 3. And that's not going to get the job done. Reed will reach second base. So it's the fielder's choice, 4-6. And an E6. High throw to Memory Frapp over at the first base bag today. And the inning will continue. Here is Micah Tiger Harlan. Harlan, the third baseman today. And a big cut comes up empty. 0-1. Beautiful facility here at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. I know we talk about that every broadcast, but truly, fans, one of the nicest softball fields you'll find in the area. I dare say the state of North Carolina, for that matter. Top-notch facility. Billy and Joanne Knight have really poured their heart and soul into making this field look as sharp as it can possibly look. Had a lot of work to do cosmetically when they came in more ways than one in 2015 as Harlan grounds out. Schuler to Frapp, one stranded. Layouts are coming up. No score here in Graham County. And our PA announcer, Rodney Nelson, ushers in Zoe Schuler to the plate for her first at bat and Robbinsville's first at bat for that matter. Welcome back to Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Bottom of the first coming your way this afternoon here on the Graham Star Sports Network. We are almost 2 full seasons into this bad boy and have enjoyed every second of it. Appreciate all of you being dedicated fans to the cause. Remember what you do every time you buy a ticket to watch one of these games. A portion of the proceeds go back to the program that you buy a pay-per-view pass to watch. So if you tune in today live, Robbinsville softball will see a cut of it. Schuler showed bunt, jerked it back, and ended up with strike one called anyhow. Second pitch, she'll air out to deep center field, and it is out of here. Zoe Schuler, second pitch of Robbinsville's first turn at the plate. Tattoos one to right center field. That is Schuler's 4th of the year. We're hearing up here in the press box. And just like that, 1-0 Lady Knights. So that didn't take long at all. Here on the Graham Star Sports Network, here is Surrey Waddy. Try to build on the momentum here in the early going. So glad you've joined us here at GrahamStarSports.com this evening. Glad to be able to bring you Zoe Schuler's homer there. How about that? But we brought you many of her homers. Schuler has just went ballistic in her high school career with long balls. Entering this year, Schuler had 20 home runs. And that makes 24 on her career with that long ball. All right, situation. There we go. Now we're finally getting somewhere. Nathy's speeding this game along. And pitch is inside. Waddy working a lengthy at bat here in the bottom of the first. One in already and nobody out. And Waddy will draw ball 4. She'll take off for first base here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Well, how about that? A homer, a walk. Pitch catches the zone. 0-1 to catcher Sophie Roberts. And a ball pops in there to Roberts. Waddy over at first base. Draws a walk here and has been a nice shot in the arm for this Robbinsville team since moving over last year from Swain County. Swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from the catcher, Kyla Moore. Pass ball will take Waddy to second base here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Here's the pitch. Roberts swings and misses. And that's strike 3. Roberts will sit down. That is the first out here in the bottom of the first. And it summons senior Memory Frapp. And that one hacked foul. First pitch to Frapp down the third baseline. Count is 0-1. See Waddy standing out at second base. And we roll along here. 1-0 lead for Robbinsville in the bottom of the first on the Gramstar Sports Network. We are your exclusive home for Lady Knights and Black Knights athletics here in southwest North Carolina. Outside part of the plate painted by Miss Barker. That makes the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frapp just kind of stabbed at it. Waddy had to make sure it wasn't going to get caught at shortstop. It did not. Waddy's going to chug home. Frapp trades places with her. 2-0 Lady Knights. Freshman sensation Presley Kaler steps up to the plate now. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Ball 1 issued to Miss Kaler. 3 more years development ahead of this young lady, and every second that passes, every bat she gets under her belt, she just keeps getting better and better. She's adapted quite well to the varsity tilt. Fly ball, center field. It drops. Frapp wasn't sure about that. She'll have to take off for third, and she is safe, as is Miss Kaler at second. Bloop single, and make it a double. How about that? It'll be a single and a throw to third will allow Kaler to go to second. Naomi Taylor is waiting to step into the batter's box as the Cherokee infield makes its way out to try to calm down Miss Barker here in the bottom of the first. Already 3 hits, 1 home run given up, 2 runs total have came home, and only 1 out has been recorded thus far here on the Gramstar Sports Network. First pitch is through. How about that? Taylor gets it right under the glove of the third baseman. Frapp scores. Taylor stops at third. Runners at the corners. 3-0. Lady Knights. Well, they're pouring it on early here on GramstarSports.com. Here's right fielder Liz Carpenter. And sounds like they've got a courtesy runner out here now. Ella McGuire, another freshman. And I'll just go ahead and step out on a limb and say this. Any of the freshmen that are not out on the field, or really any of the bench, Olivia Lewis, Delaney Brooms, etc., that you don't see out here today, anywhere they go, but Robbinsville, they'd have a starting role. No question about that. And McGuire Anstey just scoots on down to second base. Still only 3-0, and it's early. Raked by Carpenter. Throw across the horn will be out. Number 2, it's a ground out RBI for Liz Carpenter. Presley Kaler scores, and it's 4-0. And we're still in the bottom of the first. Lady Knights came to hack today against Peyton Barker. And here comes your starting third baseman today, Sydney Adams, getting the nod over at the hot corner today. Presley Kaler is our DP this afternoon. Her and Sophie Roberts trade that roll out pretty frequently, depending on who's starting. Roberts is Taylor's personal catcher, if you'll have it. Webster and Memory Frapp tag along together when Frapp's inside the circle. Here's the pitch. Adams swings and misses. Got to chase one breaking away from the plate. Raked hard in the hole. Throw across. And they're going to say they got her. Adams is down. 4 runs come home, including a Zoe Schuler homer. We'll go to the second. 4-0. Here's Amelia Lossy to lead off for Cherokee. Back live from Judy Nichols Memorial Field. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville athletics all year long and beyond. We're finally set to go. Taylor gets her orders from the dugout. Pitch is swung on and missed. Big cut by Amelia Lossy. It'll be Lossy, Livy Crow, and Carrion Wolf due up for Cherokee here in the top of the second inning. That's your 5, 6, 7 holes in the lineup card, or on the lineup card, I beg your pardon.
You do, y'all look just alike. Johnny, your brother wimped out on us today. Do what? Your brother wimped, yeah, he wimped out on us.
Another pitch swung on and missed outside. Count is 2-2 on Amelia Lassie. And big. Cut across. How about that? One out. Lassie is at first base now.
So he said, no, he's there the rest of the time. Now batting, the left fielder, Olivia Crow.
And Crow will step up for her first hacks of the ball game here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Fouled straight back and off the net, surrounding the backstop. Robbinsville 6 straight conference championships, 15 overall, dating back to 1981. And the way things are going this season, title number 16 is not too far away. Swing and a miss, that's strike 3. They're going to say that she hit herself with the ball, though, as she ran out of the box, and that is an out automatically. So with 2 outs, Lassie is at second. Excuse me, 1 out. Carrie Wolf steps up. All kinds of confused, my apologies. Wolf up with 1 out here in the top of the second. There we go. Now we've got it making sense here on Graham Star Sports.
It is a very toasty day. That's why I got this blind out.
Taylor gets her orders, drives it in. It goes right past Roberts. Roberts, very sharp behind the plate. Struggling a little bit today.
Keep everything in front, Sophie. Don't let that run in.
Your PA announcer, longtime baseball aficionado Rodney Nelson, trying to give some advice. He knows a thing or two about this sport. Not to get him down. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Still 4-0. Back with you live. Anna Williams set to step in to lead off. It'll be the 9-1-2 holes due up for Robbinsville here in the bottom of the second. Knights have already put 4 on the board. And let's see if they can continue on the flurry. First pitch, Williams takes it, and it's a strike. We have a breaking ball in the outside corner. 0-1.
After you chase me. Yeah, right. Like 60 miles an hour.
Williams will rake it foul. Try again. Shot to return to the box. Zoe Schuler on deck after hitting a home run to begin Robbinsville's offense in the bottom of the first. Can't really think of a better way to get started. One doesn't come to mind for sure. Upstairs. And if I got it right, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anna Williams. Fans, have you checked out our new photo hub? We have an exclusive site now dedicated to selling all of the photos we take at these ball games in a digital format delivered right to your email. Strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate. 2 strikeouts now for Barker. Williams froze and looked a little bit disgusted with the turn of events there. Here's Zoe Schuler, though, to try and reverse the fortune. If you'll go visit geosnapshot.com/Gramstar Sports, that's geosnapshot.com/Gramstar Sports. You can find photos all the way back to August of 2023 that we've uploaded to the site and peruse at your heart's content. You can search by sport, date, and we've got them pretty neatly organized. And hey, even if you're not here watching this on behalf of Robbinsville, chances are if you've seen us at a game, we've probably got some shots of your athlete as well, no matter what school you're at. Give us a visit, geosnapshot.com/Gramstar Sports. You can see photos from this game and, of course, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball. All late night softball coverage we can do as well. Photos are just $2.49 a piece. Been off to a nice start since we launched the site just a few months ago. A lot of people have flocked there as we hoped. Capture some of their favorite athletes' memories. That's really what we do. We are the history recorders here at the Gramstar. Unquestionably. They're back in there patiently waiting a good pitch here from Barker. Let's see if she gets one here. It's going to be outside. It's ball 4. So Schuler homers, and then they wisely pitch around her here in the bottom of the second. But hey, Surrey Waddy drew a walk and ended up coming home. She is not an easy out, to say the very least. And that's a ball way outside off to second base. No surprise there. It's Zoe Schuler moving right into scoring position. She doesn't like staying at first base too long. Her and Joanne Knight can't even get a conversation started over at the bag. Time called as Schuler dusts off the white. A once-in-a-lifetime athlete out at second base, fans. Barker fires. Waddy fires it back. At Barker, fair ball.
Waddy credited with an infield single.
And beats it out.
Brings to the plate the catcher, Sophie Robbins.
Roberts up. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second, and another conference at the rubber. Infield for Cherokee just trying to pick up Miss Barker. Tough outing so far. Robbinsville's already put 4 on the board and are threatening again here in the bottom of the second. Schuler lingering at third. Waddy at first. So Roberts has a chance to make something serious happen here. And the first pitch she sees, however, will be outside, ball one. That's okay. Sorry, Waddy just stole second base. Well, there's Waddy's wheels on full display. How about that? And that pitch will zip in there. Roberts gathers her composure, steps out for a moment to do so. Way outside. Boy, what a stop. By Kyler Moore. Counts full on Sophie Roberts. One down, as we said, two on, and they're worth the corners for a moment in time. Waddy changed that pretty quick. Both are in scoring position now. Here's the pitch. Big cut. That made it full. My apologies. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hey, if the guy behind the plate's got it right, doesn't matter what I say. Matters telling you guys, but doesn't matter whether I'm right or not. Full count offering outside. Ball 4. Robbinsville jogged to first. And Robbinsville has them loaded here in the bottom of the second for Memory Frapp. Frapp can swing a heavy bat, no doubt about that. And we're going to get a courtesy runner maybe for Sophie Roberts. As the DP, I think the only person that can run for her is the flex. That's Claire Barlow has popped out of the dugout.
I don't have the answer for that, my friend.
Well, maybe not. I guess Memory Frapp is getting a lengthy chance to wait. There comes Barlow. I'm sorry, that's Draylee Webster.
Number 21, courtesy runner for Sophie. Oh, yeah!
And that draws the adulation of the fans here today. Draylee Webster is pinch running for Sophie Roberts. And let's see what Webster can do. How about that running for Roberts? Here's the pitch. Raked. I told you, Frapp can hack a bat. She had plenty of time to wait for it, too. 2-run single for Memory Frapp. It is 6. Check that. 1-run scores. 5-0.
Now batting the DP, Presley Gaylor.
Kaler puts the bat on the ball again. That's in the outfield. They're running for days. Waddy's home, sliding in and out at the plate. Draylee Webster gave it her darndest effort there. The run does score for Waddy, though. Webster is out. Presley Kaler's in.
Oh, you're right. It was only 2. My mistake. I'm sorry.
And that is 7-0 now. Robbinsville here in the bottom of the second. Naomi Taylor steps up to the plate as The derby continues here. Cherokee struggling to get outs here. Not just Barker, but when the ball's put in play, too. Robbinsville's just hitting them where they ain't, as they say in this sport.
Now batting Naomi Taylor.
It's still the bottom of the second. There are 2 outs now here in the inning. Outside, ball 1 to Nene.
She was thrown out. The ball was hit the center field.
It was an 8-6-2 relay.
8-6-2.
Yep. And then from there, it went third and wide, and Membry scored.
Leading off the top of the third for Cherokee, the second baseman, Kyla Moore.
Back live here from Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Robbinsville scored 3 more to pad out a 7-0 lead over the Lady Braves here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And there is Naomi Taylor back out for her 3rd inning of work. First pitch gets away. Roberts, normally, as we said, very sharp behind the plate, having a hard time nabbing the ball today. Hope she's all right. Wonderful young lady. Glad to have her. She's another transfer. Everyone wants to be at Robbinsville. This is the place to be for success in the 1A West. It's a model that's been built for quite some time. As we said, 6 consecutive divisional titles for the Lady Knights going back to 2017. And I say that to qualify because the 2020 season, no champion was crowned. Robbinsville, unfortunately, that was a strong team that year as well in 2020. Coming off that Western Regional Final appearance the year prior, still a lot of those same players were suiting up. 2020 campaign had exactly 1 game played before high school sports was halted here in North Carolina. And that was a win for Robbinsville at Copper Basin. The Black Knights baseball team that year was 3-1 when the season was cut short. We all know March 16th is when the country shut down in 2020. Try and curb the pandemic. Ball fouled back by Kyla Moore. We're in the 3rd here at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Well, you talk about a multi-sport coach extraordinaire. Judy Nichols really paid dividends for Robbinsville the entire time she was here, and of course no longer with us. One of my many regrets, never getting to meet her as a coach and work with her over the years. And that one skips through. I believe that's ball 4. Either way, it is. Roberts is just going to try to make sure that Miss Moore doesn't try to sprint to second base.
Now batting the DP, Amy Walking-Stick.
That's actually Bowie Crow at the plate, taking her first hack of the day.
Well, now wait a minute.
No, the flex is batting.
That is the flex at the plate. That's odd. It should be the DP. And throw back to first. He's back in the nick of time.
That's kind of what I'm wondering. This is the first time they've come to us spot in the lineup today, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing it. I couldn't tell
Drop to Schuler, throw to Waddy, and once again the attempt at the double play goes awry. That relay from Waddy to Frapp, wide of the bag. So Crow will hang out at first. Moore's out at second. And we're back to the top of the lineup card. Jenna Cruz steps in.
Now batting the catcher, Jenna Cruz.
I guess we had our scorebook wrong. It looks like Cruz is behind the plate instead of Moore. My apologies to Miss Moore.
I didn't do the slush.
Just get a slushy and I'll bring one to the rest of us.
Look at her.
Rude.
Oh, me. Getting more like her daddy every day.
Oh, we're all just living in Daphne's world. This is her space, not ours.
And ball gets away from Roberts again. This Crow is going to scamper to second. It will be scored a wild pitch, according to Mr. Nelson up here in the press area.
One strike.
Taylor fires. Fouled off to the right, and Sophie Roberts tried to catch it off the net, which would have been impressive, and albeit not an out, but A for effort. Hope I'll give Ashley a chuckle in the future. She's listening tonight. Her and Chris are here, so no need to. Fly ball to center field, and a Williams with a nice running catch. That's out number 2. Brings up Barker again.
Now batting the pitcher, Peyton Barker.
Barker steps up. Taylor looks in, fires, and ball bounces away. Throw to third. They did not get her. Roberts is very frustrated behind the plate right now. Things are not going her way here in the top of the third inning. Well, really in its entire ball game. Hate to keep commenting on it. It's just an unusual occurrence for Roberts to have an off night. But everyone does every once in a while. She snags that one outside in the left-hand batter's box. As Barker looks to bring Cruz, home. Ball catches the zone. Outside ball 4. So Barker walks, and Taylor's got him at the corners.
How'd you say that name, Aaliyah. Now batting the shortstop, Aaliyah Reed.
Larry Reed will come up now. I believe there's another courtesy runner.
Number 9, Ledford, courtesy runner at first.
It is Tiana Ledford that is running at first base for Barker.
I don't even see it. Oh, that's Walker.
Yeah, that's the DP.
Or excuse me, that is Miss Walkie Stick that came out. Throw to second. It ain't going to matter. Walkie Stick is gunned down by Roberts on a 2-6. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. 7-0, Lady Knights.
Come on, Liz.
I'm sure Cherokee will be sending you a Christmas card.
Back live for the bottom of the third. Here's Liz Carpenter to start things off for us. First pitch is going to be raked down the left field line. Carpenter with a stand-up double. Well, that's how you get things started, right? Here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Leadoff double. Sydney Adams, the batter.
Now batting, third baseman, Sydney Adams. She did the slot. And I don't blame you.
And we've got some extracurricular activity going on over here in the dugout. I think, if I'm hearing and seeing the body language correctly, the head coach for Cherokee has been thrown out. I think she was making some suggestive comments about the call at second, thinking that Carpenter must have been out. That's all I think I can imagine at this point. And they're trying to get a game administrator to come over to escort her off the field. She does have to exit the field. And normally we have a game admin here, like your athletic director, one of the principals, SRO. I did see D. Walsh here earlier, but I believe he might have went to check on the baseball game. It's tough when you got two games going on at the same time, for sure. Got to cover both your bases if you're an admin. I think we have one of the, well, how about that? Del Walsh is going over to take care of things. Okay, then. He's got to earn his paycheck today. Coach is not happy, obviously, to be ejected here. So that ball's foul by Sydney Adams. Everyone returns to their posts. Carpenter still at second. Outside, Carpenter still at second base. Another foul ball. Adams battling here in the bottom of the third. Robbinsville has it well in hand already here in the early going, 7-0.
They sure did. When they
Although in
went
this
up,
sport, no lead is
they got
ever,
Taylor and Kobe.
quote unquote, safe, but
We should have never been out of school.
I agree. I agree 100% with that.
That's a government.
Yep. Because the way they ended up going back was fine. They should have just done it to start with.
Come on, Sid.
swing and a miss. Adams will go down swinging, literally. And here comes Anna Williams.
Now batting the center fielder, Anna Williams.
Got to respect that. At least she got the bat off of her shoulders. It's tough to take when you are frozen on strike 3. Williams steps in. Strike in there to Williams. Zoe Schuler due up next. Things roll along.
Feels amazing. It feels so good.
And now Williams takes a turn at just peppering off foul ball after foul ball here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Coach leave? I saw some leaving.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Dell's not come back, so you don't know what he's doing with him.
I didn't see him go, so I couldn't see.
Well, it's on the other side of the dugout for sure. It's a golf ball, also.
Grounded through, but the play's made. Williams is out.
Now batting the shortstop, Zoe Schuler.
Carpenter got the second to begin this inning and has pretty much set up shop out there. Zoe Schuler could easily change that here in the bottom of the third.
Don't leave her out there, Zoe. It's around her. It's Surrey.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, for Surrey.
He's raking, buddy. She's hard to fire.
I'm telling you. She was our second leading hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm. She had a slow start.
She's hitting, what, 400?
Yeah, now. Started out a little sluggish.
Oh,
I'm just saying this year's strain. It's like, she's back to 480 coming into today's game.
yeah,
So,
that's what I thought.
Took her a few games to get warmed up, I guess.
One hit below 500, and she's 1 for 1 today, so that'll put her up.
Yeah.
Schuler, fly ball down the right field line. It's out of here. She hit that out of our camera view, tucked it right over the scoreboard. She's homer for the second time today. That's her 5th of the year. And she makes it hurt, as I said. Hey, if anybody can get Carpenter home, it's Schuler. She did it. Tacked on one for good measure. It's 9-0 here in the bottom of the third. It's all Robbinsville today.
And 2 RBIs. Now batting the second baseman, Surrey Waddy.
I mean, she's
Wait.
delicious.
That thing may have gone in.
I think it went to the other field. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is.
She is 2 for 2.
2 for 2. It's only their second time through yet.
Walked 1 time. 2 home runs and a walk. And 3 RBIs.
Strike will catch the plate. Waddy in there now with the bases empty. And a chance to continue the fun here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And a great play. Almost made. Drops. Waddy's on. And the inning rolls along.
Waddy singles to right, brings to the plate the catcher, Smoky Roberts.
Here's Roberts. Have another discussion going on. The assistant coach is out talking to Dan Moulton. I guess the chatter not that heated there, though.
See it, hit it, Sophie.
Funnest kids I've ever met, by the way.
Yeah, she's got a great sense of humor.
Oh, amazing.
And Roberts unloads. But the ball is caught. Two come home again. Schuler homers second time today. It's 9-0 on GramstarSports.com.
Now catching for Robbinsville, Draley Webster, number 21.
Wills.
Early Webster is behind the plate now. Roberts will hang up her catcher's gear as we go into the fourth. 9-0 Lady Knights. And first pitch to Webster is skipped through the dirt.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Player still in left, and it's still in center.
Everybody else is the same.
Everybody else.
Yes, sir.
How about that? Waddy barely had to move. Lined out to Waddy. One gone.
What one? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
I was looking down. Go ahead.
Now batting the first baseman, Micah Tiger Harlan.
And Tiger Harlan with the hyphen and all will step up here in the top of the fourth.
That's a base hit.
Nope.
And Harlan pokes one through. One out.
No doubt about it.
Well, Cherokee's got to get something cooking at some juncture here in this ball game. It's already the top of the fourth. We're halfway home either way you slice it, and Robbinsville has scored 9 unanswered runs up to this point. And shot by Lossie. And they got Harlan. Lossie will stay put. Fielder choice 6-4.
Yes.
Now batting the left fielder, Livia Crow. That's out of there, Draley.
Livy Crow steps in now. Harlan at first. Here in the top of the fourth. Glad you're with us here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And bunt attempt goes awry.
Yeah, both of them was. Yes, sir.
Another piece of it hacked off by Miss Crow. Onward we go. Here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Where'd you walk?
I had a feeling that I had a feeling that would come up. Yeah.
And strike 3 called. Set him down. Back live, bottom of the 4th. It's Memory Frapp waiting to step in to bat for Robbinsville. It is a commanding 9-0 lead for the Lady Knights at the moment. Very glad you're with us here on GramstarSports.com.
Now batting the DP, Presley Caleb.
Frapp quickly put away, 1 out. Here's Kaler. As we hear the one and only Charlie Daniels start up for her walk-up music. Fly ball, right center field. She'll split the gap. Boy, Kaler is on fire today. How about a double for Presley Kaler here in the bottom of the 4th? And the Knights are at it again.
The flat is running for the DP, Caleb. Claire Barlow.
And there's Miss Barlow coming out to run. Naomi Taylor will step up to the plate.
Now batting the pitcher, Naomi Taylor.
One of the best pure athletes at Robbinsville High School, Claire Barlow, on the base path. You gotta like your chances of getting run number 10. First pitch grounded to third base, throw across the horn. Barlow was running from the word go, and I believe she got there. Well, it's a sacrifice ground out either way you put it. Barlow makes it all the way to third on the bang-bang play at the bag. 2 outs. And welcome Liz Carpenter back to the batter's box.
Come on, Liz, get her in here.
Tomorrow's 4:30, right?
Yeah, we're just playing the 4 today because of this.
Right.
He has some kind of test he has to do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
Outside. Barlow and Carpenter tightly knit in real life. Should say off the softball field. Best friends. I'm sure Carpenter would love to bring her friend home here for the 10th run of the game for Robbinsville. Lady Knights are closing in on a chance to end this one early, as a matter of fact. 10 after 5, and it's an early exit. 15 after 3, I believe it is, maybe 4. So 6 runs in this inning could change it. If not, may have to wait another inning. We'll see how it goes.
Did that girl play?
Yeah, Chevron and Katrina.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carpenter pokes it to the second base, throw to first, and that is going to do it. Robbinsville, for the first time today. Welcome back for the top of the fifth here from Judy Nichols Memorial Field on the campus of Robbinsville High School. It's Lady Knights, Lady Braves duking it out on the softball diamond. Kevin Henson with you somewhere on the field. Jacqueline Gayoso snapping photos for the Graham Star. Quite the season to chronicle in still form and on video. Lady Knights have another dominant season. First pitch is swung on and missed by Kerrion Wolf, the center fielder for Cherokee. 9-0 ball game. As Taylor begins her fifth inning of work and pops away from Draley Webster. No harm, nobody on right now. Swing and a miss. Huge cut by Crow. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kerrion Crow. 7, 8, 9 holes are due up. Kyla Moore is due up next. That's some interesting scoring mishaps. Lineup mishaps, I should say it that way. We saw Bowie Crow bat the first time around as the flex. Normally the DP bats for the flex. And that was caught by our scorekeeper up here. And it actually disqualified Crow from the game, so Awee Walking Stick will be due up third in this inning. She'll be batting here today. Of course, starting out. Not sure if the lineup card was just filled out wrong or what happened there. Walking Stick was a courtesy runner earlier in this game as well.
Yep. Adams, Williams, Denzel.
And Crow steps out. Hit hard. And it will get down. How about a leadoff hit for Kerrion Crow here in the, or Kerrion Wolf, excuse me, here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting second baseman, Kyla Moore.
Be in front of it, Draley.
And Webster had to block that ball, did the best she could. Throw to second was not in time. Wolf in scoring position. So Cherokee quickly getting something going here in the top of the fifth. Ball foul back to the net by Kyla Moore. Taylor battling that one outside here in the fifth inning. It's around the corner, Robbinsville to host Smoky Mountain in non-conference action. That's a rematch of the season opener. Schuler cleans that up. And the out is made over at first base, but it moves Wolf to third. And a wee walking stick. Wasn't even, I believe, planned to bat today, is going to grab a helmet and have to come out.
Keep everything in front, Draley.
And walking stick drops a hit in. How about that? Run scores. Well, stranger things have happened. Cherokee's on the board.
Now batting the catcher, Jenna Cruz.
And back to the top of the lineup, here's Jenna Cruz. And a ball called for Cruz. She'll take the nod here on the Grand Star Sports Network. Strike in there. Outside. Cherokee's got a little bit of momentum here in the top of the fifth. Finally got a run across. Strike three, call, throw to first for good measure, have to. Lady Braves strike. Robbinsville still leads commandingly, 9-1.
For Robbinsville, third baseman, Sydney Adams.
Sydney Adams lead off here in the bottom of the fifth, back live from Robbinsville High School. You're watching the Grand Star Sports Network. Best backdrop you could find. Right there behind you, see all the foliage. And one of the finest facilities you'll find, for that matter.
Young Harris, 3 doubles. I mean, she was honestly. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Pitch catches the plate.
See it out of her hand, Sid.
Robbinsville up by 8 here at the moment. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt. Missed it. Strike called.
Get on base, Sid. I'm hungry.
I gotta go over and watch how the baseball game ends after this today. So
They got a food truck over there. So who are they playing?
Rosman. Yeah.
And Adams rips it down the left field line. Foul ball, however, she'll have to jog back here on the Ramstar Sports Network. And how about that? Instead, Adams strikes out. Started off as a promising at bat and did not end too well here on the Ramstar Sports Network. One out. Anna Williams will try to rectify things. Struck out earlier in this game as well, did Miss Williams. And that pitch is going to be chopped foul. I'll get a ball back in. I'll say a lot of the foul balls today have stayed in the park, though. Very few have went over the net. Usually the kids stay busy having to go fetch balls out of the creek and the field over here to our right. Williams puts the bat on a ball deep to left center field. That drops. Williams has some speed. She'll get to second base. Standing up. One out double for Anna Williams here in the bottom of the fifth. And here is Zoe Schuler to try and bring her to the dish. Schuler's already homered twice today, so why not go for the trifecta here?
I think she scored close to 40 runs. I think she had 36 coming into this game.
34.
Outside. Boy, what a stop behind the plate by Jenna Cruz. Apologize for the confusion. We had, believe it or not, the lineup card had Miss Moore wrote down in the 2-hole, which is where your pitcher, or a pitcher and catcher, is supposed to be the 1 and 2 spots on the field. Outside again. They pitched around Schuler. That's a smart move, but is it real smart? We'll see. Surrey Waddy is very dangerous herself.
Now batting second baseman, Surrey Waddy. She hits one in the gap. She hits one in the gap.
Well, Williams will return to her base. Schuler stays put as well. Here on the Ramstar Sports Network.
And Surrey leads us in RBI, so she doesn't have one today.
Yep.
Popped up. Ball drops foul down the right field line. Waddy will try it again. 2 on, 1 down here in the bottom of the fifth.
Pull it for you.
Did
Throw across high. And they got Waddy out of the way over at the bag. Runners move up 90 feet each, so she'll sacrifice herself.
Dang it, stop. There we go.
Both are in score position now. As Draylee Webster is out for the first time today, now that she's the catcher.
Webster. Come on. Go, Draylee. Break it, girl.
And scamper home by Anna Williams on the wild pitch. 10-1. Well, the Lady Knights are close to closing this one out.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. 1 out of 10 in that case. I beg your pardon.
Joey slid into third. I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, she always.
We were just saying in general that, like, they ain't been doing this today. I like the old whites. I hope that goes out tomorrow. When the white whites and the white black, I like those. What's that? Beautiful. The combination.
Oh, shit.
Way to lay off, Draylee.
Webster being patient here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
My stomach's growling. Get it.
Webster pokes it foul right behind her when she reached way out to get a piece of that ball.
Wait.
Parker trying to prevent an early exit here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and I believe the ball or the bat one hit Jenna Cruz on the hand. It did. They're going to give her an extra moment to kind of shake the feeling back into her extremities there. I know that hurt. That is a major sting, to say the very least. Ball drops in. Webster is going to have to tie her shoe, her cleat. And how about that? Out of nowhere, Zoe Schuler's hit 2 home runs today. She has stole home to end this ball game here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Wow, what a finish. And it is an early exit. Lady Knights pick up an 11-1 victory over Cherokee this afternoon here at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. We thank all of you for joining us. Kevin Hensley on behalf of the Gramstar Sports Network, wishing all of you a great rest of your evening.
Good job, Dap.
Good job.
Stolen?
Yep, that's a stolen base.
How about that? Phillips 3. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Gramstar Sports Network.